head coach Scott Sandelin, joined by junior forward Peter Krieger and senior forward Jared Thomas. We'll have an opening statement from the head coach, and then we'll take questions for the student athletes. We'll let them get out of here, and then questions for Coach. Coach Sandelin.
Well, first, congrats, Denver. We're moving on. For us, it wasn't. It was disappointing. Certainly, I don't think we played a good game offensively at all. I thought defensively we did a better job. Had opportunities on the power plays. Got to capitalize, especially against this team. You never go into these games against them. They're one of the least penalized teams, and they gave us some opportunities, and we didn't capitalize, and they did on their opportunities, and that was the difference.
Questions for the student athletes? Please raise your hand. We have a wireless mic.
For Peter and Jared, it seemed like it was a tough offensive start for you guys. 4 shots in that first period. What made it so tough that Denver was doing that made you guys have limited offensive chances?
Obviously they're a good team. They back pressure well. They're always good defensively. They're a good defensive hockey club, and they limited us to outside pressure, and it was tough to get pucks on net, but we also got to do a better job of trying to attack in between the dots and get pucks on the goalie too. But obviously they're a good defensive team, and it was a tough start there for us, but I thought in the second period we kind of had some instant pressure and kind of broke them down a little bit, but yeah, we'd like to have a lot more offensive zone opportunities and shots there for sure.
Peter, the second period, this team really came to life. Besides just getting the special team opportunities, what else allowed you guys to, start taking it to Denver, control the puck, and get the chances?
I think just taking care of the D zone first off. They're a very good offensive team. They like to have, maintain the puck, which at times is difficult then to get offense. So I think we were responsible in the D zone, which allowed us to get some offensive opportunities, get those second and third opportunities, although it wasn't consistent enough. We'd have 1 or 2 here or there, but it's not good enough. In a game like that, they're a very good skilled team, and they're going to capitalize on their chances, and we just didn't tonight.
Jared, you mentioned their back pressure was really hard to counter. Was it because you guys were so focused in your D zone structure and game that it was hard to get the transition started?
I mean, I thought we did a fairly well job of breaking the puck out at times and got a couple odd man rushes, but I mean they backcheck so hard, and we get the puck in the zone and look for late guys, and it'd all be covered, so it's kind of hard to get a good line rush or get a good chance off a line rush. So, but yeah, obviously when we're in the zone for a long period of time, it's tough to have energy to break it out and go the other way. But at times during the game, I think we were good in that part, but they just back pressured really well and got on top of people and didn't give us many odd man rushes or opportunities like that too.
For Peter, could you kind of take us through those power plays in the second, the 5-on-3, and then the major that went into the third? Was there anything that you guys really were trying to do, wanted to do, that Denver was preventing you from doing besides just scoring?
I guess I don't know about preventing us per se, but I mean, obviously we have some plays that maybe we'll try initially, right? Then you just try and go play hockey, but I think kind of overcomplicating it, making some harder plays that make the open play first. But I think we had a couple good chances. Like I said earlier, we just didn't bear down and capitalize in those situations, which we need to against a team like that. Especially, we knew we weren't going to get many opportunities. Fortunately, we did get a decent amount of opportunities tonight, but we didn't capitalize. So that's just not good enough. And they're a good skating team, good back pressure team. Just got to get more pucks and bodies on net, especially on the power play too.
Jared, after not converting on the 5-on-3 and then on the major, how do you feel that affected the team mentally, emotionally out there, not cashing in on those chances?
I mean, obviously we'd like to score on those, but at worst, we said before the game, if we get a power play opportunity, at worst, we want to get some momentum out of it. And I think that second period, I think we got momentum out of it. And coming into the third, I mean, the period was kind of back and forth, but obviously it's not good that you don't score on a 5-minute major or a 5-on-3, but we just tried to gain some momentum out of it at least, and it just didn't happen to go our way tonight, and they buried on their chances, and we didn't. That's plain and simple.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Okay. Thanks, guys. Questions for Coach Sandelin?
Coach, it did seem like you had a lot of momentum heading into the third. You're getting a lot of good chances on that power play, but the start of the third period, it looked like you really struggled with the power play. Did Denver make an adjustment on the penalty kill, or what was going on for those first 3 minutes or so?
They might have made some adjustments, but our execution wasn't good enough. Played it pretty simple. We had opportunities to get pucks to the net. We were trying to make hard plays. We didn't come up the rink with enough speed. So I think it was a combination of both, but I think, again, you got to execute. We had opportunities at the end of the period, to get pucks there, and we didn't. And we tried to force some plays, and they were a little more aggressive off the zone entry, and we didn't have the support. So we tried some shots off the rush, but again, the execution just wasn't good enough.
Scott, Jared talked about, at least trying to build some momentum off those power plays. Did you feel that it was there after the 5-on-3, but then maybe, disappeared after that major?
Well, I don't know, maybe a little bit. I think Scotty's goal obviously was a big goal for us and got us back even. And I thought we had a good second period, better. I thought the first period we were very tentative, and they were. You can't give that team that much room. We're fortunate it was 1-0, but we played tentative. We played better in the second, got a goal. I think their second goal was probably, the one that stung a little bit. But again, we had opportunities. The power play was broken up between the second and third period. I thought, in the second period, I think at the end we had a little over 2 minutes, 2:08 I think it was, to try and score and carry some momentum into the third. And we had opportunities to get pucks to the net. We took a couple bad angle routes to try and make a different play when all we had to do was get pucks there, and we had bodies there. And those are the decisions and the execution that sometimes guys are always trying to score off a shot. Sometimes you just got to get it by the defender shades and create some havoc around the net. And I thought we were looking for the perfect play all the time, and I think he carried right over it. But I thought we came up in the second. Sometimes when those get split up like that, you never know what's going to happen. Sometimes you can come out and have a lot of energy, and sometimes you can come out and be a little flat. I think after that, it was probably took a little bit of the wind out of our sails a little bit. But again, it was still a 2-1 game. They weren't getting a ton of chances. Again, we didn't give them a lot of shots. So I think defensively, I was pretty pleased with the way we played, but offensively, it's not good enough. It wasn't good enough.
5-on-5, this game was so tight checking. At the end of the game, did you sense that frustration in your team as they tried to make more complicated plays and took some penalties at the end of the game?
I was very disappointed in the penalties at the end, for sure. It's a 1-goal hockey game. Those are the things you got to learn. It doesn't matter how frustrated you are. It's about the team, and the team comes first. And you were still in a situation, and it put us in a real tough situation in the last part of the game. To have to play 5-on-5 instead of 6-on-5 to give ourselves maybe an opportunity. And again, hopefully our guys learn from it.